Okay. Hello, and we are here again at the Corporate Wellbeing Expo. We're here at the Corporate Wellbeing Expo, and we are with the fabulous Fiona Gehring.
Correct.
Welcome, Fiona. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
So we're just going to have a few questions. First of all, who are you and why are you here?
So my name is Fiona Gehring, and I'm the founder of Midpoint for Women, a online support program for women going through the menopause and midlife, because it's quite a challenging time for a lot of people, and it's a journey. And we also deliver workshops, and that's why I'm here. I just think it's really important to make everyone aware of what's going on in women in business and in their personal life.
So, thank you. We know that menopause affects us in so many different ways on so many different levels. So you offer individuals and corporates workshops and well-being to help women, as you say, through midlife and when they're
Beyond.
And we had a conversation yesterday around that every single woman goes through it.
Yeah, absolutely. All women will go through the menopause. It's a process, it's a journey that no woman or anybody born female can avoid happening. The impact to her can be, reasonably smooth. Equally, it can be quite catastrophic. Physical symptoms, psychological symptoms. I think there's something like the 54 symptoms now, something like that. It's changing all the time. I think when I first started doing it, they only said there was 34, and now it's just creeping up and up because they're realizing how many parts of your body are affected by the changes in the three main hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, and the impact that can have on her life personally and also there in the workplace. And that's why, obviously, we're here at the Corporate Wellbeing Expo.
Mm-hmm. And also we're on family.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, partners, lives, whether you're a female partner, male partner, doesn't matter. And also on your children.
Yes.
So
yeah. So I think it's a really important topic around women, around well-being, and to build awareness that there's help for you. You don't have to do it alone. There's so many different things that you can do, and not just from a medication point of view, but from workshops and learning tools and techniques and practices and mindfulness to help you through the challenges of that time. Yeah,
no, exactly. And the thing is, it's if you are experiencing the process or the journey, for some people it can be really quite early, and then they start to worry that maybe there's some other health issue going on, or it's affecting them at work, and they're maybe not getting the support, or they're too scared to ask for the support. The 12-week online support program is like an umbrella of currently 11 other contributors who bring all their expertise to one program, which means from a company's point of view, they are supporting in different areas rather than having to put their hand up and ask for help in one area specifically.
Right.
And the well-being is so important to companies, looking at sickness, backfilling spaces if she's off long-term sick.
Yeah.
And also from my point of view as well, is it's really important that men understand what women are going through and the effects that could have on them at home, like you say, at home. I've had a gentleman, say to me today, I'm actually really concerned about how my wife's going to cope with this, and also how our relationship will cope. And I thought that was really, he said, do you hear that often? I said, I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
And that's really lovely that he was aware of that himself.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, I think support from your partner is crucial. And I can take it, the workshop and the levels that you do cover how to get that support from home as well.
Yeah, 100%. In fact, I've sometimes in the program, the 12-week online support program, I'll actually deliver a session about that partners can come on to, or they can watch it on record if they're too embarrassed to come on. Because obviously sometimes people don't want to do something live because maybe they're a little embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
But we're trying to change that culture, across the whole workplace and at home. And a gentleman said to me yesterday, well, if my wife goes through this, and I said to him in a very kind way, with respect, she will go through it.
Yeah.
It depends. There's a huge spectrum of how that's going to affect her. And I picked up that he had 3 daughters. And I said, the work that all these people, not just me, everybody is doing around menopause is about making changes so that his 3 daughters aren't going to have issues going forward. And for me, that's really important.
Yeah, I love that. sort of paying it forward and making the path easier for the next generation to come through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. So let's get personal, Fiona. So what do you think? So clearly you're an entrepreneur, and we know as entrepreneurs, it's a lot, people. It's a lot. And anyone that's an entrepreneur knows it's a lot. We wear many, many hats. So how do you achieve success, consistent success, without sacrificing your own personal well-being and finding that work-life balance? What guidance, what advice would you give? What do you do?
I think a big learning curve has actually been self-care.
Mhm.
I probably, as many people who go into being an entrepreneur, is you wear every hat and you forget about self-care, and you think, actually, I can be the person that does everything. And for me, I've reached out to all the contributors. I've cherry-picked them, and I tell them that they're the cherries that I have picked to be part of my business, and I let them be their experts. And I want to be the expert in the thing I do.
Yes.
And utilize people and bring them into the business that I think people need. And also it's about looking at yourself and going, actually, what areas can I help somebody? What can I ask somebody else to help with? And so that everybody that comes into the program, or if I do a workshop, who's going to be best fit for that company, or who's going to be best fit for that school, or whatever it might be. Yeah.
So self-care,
100%.
support, a really good support group around you that are experts at what they do, which allows you then to be the expert in your arena, in your zone of genius.
100%.
Yeah. What advice would you give your younger self? What would you say to your younger self?
It's okay to be you. I've said to somebody today, and I say to it all the time, what you see is what you get. And if people like that, they'll be okay with it. And you have to accept that sometimes people don't like you. And you know what? Let them move on to somebody else. It's okay, because maybe there's somebody else better fit for them. But for me, it's be okay with yourself. Be happy with that. But look for support.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of the time we think we can do it all ourselves, and actually managing with other people's support, it makes you a much stronger person.
Yes. Yeah. 100% agree. And as women, or with people born as women, we do take it all on, don't we? We do feel that we have to do it all by ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons why my logo is an octopus, because we have lots of hands or arms, and we multitask and we juggle everything we need to do, and that's life stuff. Obviously, it's a representation of midwife women, but and all the things that we cover. But realistically, an octopus will maybe have an arm taken off, and then realistically, we juggle the same amount of stuff, but just with less resources. And we keep doing that, but unfortunately it becomes to the detriment of ourselves. And it's when you go through hormone changes, as is what the menopause is, and that whole journey that could take a year, it could take 14, 15 years. It's a hard slog, and there's no need to do that. And if you've got the right support, it doesn't matter one of those arms has been whopped off. You can still manage with the resources you've got, but with that support network.
Got somebody else's arm instead.
Exactly. And somebody else's arm who's actually probably better than your own, because they're the expert, or they're the support network.
So ask for help and be yourself. And I had a conversation with Lucy Eden and Sadie, actually, Sadie Restorick, saying, it's about being who you truly are. Because when you do that, there's so much freedom in that, and you attract other people that are similar to you, so you don't have to keep trying to be somebody else. And that's just such hard work and stressful, and takes you so far away from who you truly are, and it creates mental health issues, anxiety, depression. So be yourself, ladies and gents, and in between.
The thing is, this affects everybody.
Yes.
And I think that's what's critical. And I understand that many people will say, you know, and I have it in business, that I've just delivered to 340 men in a massive organization, and the feedback has been phenomenal. And it's been because they realize they've all got wives, girlfriends, sisters, mums. So even if they're younger, they may have a mum, an auntie, or whoever, and a work colleague, and understanding, a little bit of understanding,
Yeah.
just for a split second, think about what she's going through. I've not had children. I can't experience, I don't know what that experience is like, but I can have empathy if I have a little understanding.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the same with this journey.
Yes. Yeah. And I think compassion and grace for yourself, and as you say, coming from somebody else, to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and have that kindness and generosity and understanding.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, thank you. So our final question today: what's your next album cover? Where are you going? What are you going to be doing? How do you see it?
Well, as I've got a 17-week-old working Cocker Spaniel, she probably has to be on the cover, because I don't know about anybody else, but most people love dogs. And, you know, I had a dog for 14 and a half years, and I lost her a year ago. And that year was desperately hard. And if you don't like dogs or you don't have animals, you might not understand the impact that had. But having a 17-week-old working Cocker Spaniel currently, who is like a land shark, but she's brought a smile to my face, and she's brought a smile to everybody else's face. And just seeing people's eyes light up. And for me, it is bringing my business to other people and seeing them light up and letting them find themselves again. Many, many women will get to this kind of age bracket, and we appreciate it can help, it can affect women earlier in life. But when it does, if it does affect them and they have that impact, it can be crushing. So for me, seeing people and supporting them and lifting them and seeing the reaction like people do when they see my spaniel, even if she's bringing teeth towards you, that would be my my album cover.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fiona. Thank you for your time. It was great talking to you. And we're going to be having Fiona on again in a full episode, because clearly, I mean, as women, we're very passionate about helping other women. So we're going to be doing a whole theme around menopause and hormones and things. So Fiona will be joining us then. So thank you very much, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.